Good news, bad news. The good news is my friend Meghan years ago brought me to the Grand Slam down at the Strand. The bad news, I really liked it, which could be bad news for you guys here tonight. Good news, we went to one of these performances, and my friend Meghan gave a talk on bacon. Kevin Bacon. All right? Good news, she won. No, she didn't win. Bad news, but she got recognized. And here was the bad news. She was out someplace, and a lady saw her, and...
Okay, wait.
Wait.
You can't tell my story.
I'm doing it. It's good news, bad news. Oh, you're up here?
Well, doesn't the story have to be mostly about get up there? There's no rules tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, my friend Meghan. So where I was going with this was, Meghan won, but then she's out, and her 15 seconds of fame, she got recognized. She was recognized. And her hands flew up in the air, and apparently there was wine at this event, and the other lady was wearing camouflage after this. There you go. You see where this is going. I'm up here, and I'm drawing all these other people in, all right? So it's good news, bad news.
My story was going to start with, if you're in the audience, I can't look at you, because it was horrifying. It was such a bad story.
I love
And she's here. I knew she was going to be here. I don't even want to look. Where is she? Okay, please, go ahead. I'll cut in.
Good news, bad news. I thought that I was going to come up here and get through this really smoothly. Bad news.
I'm here.
She's here, I'm getting pushback. Now, good news, bad news. Years ago, and let's cut back to the other thing. What was that item, the disclaimer about if you offend somebody, you take it up with me? Meghan did roller derby. Talk to her. All right? So, at any rate, the good news was, years ago, how I met Meghan was I was in Lowe's, I was going to get some paint, and I just happened to look over this way, because that's where the paint department is, and she was standing up, and you know, like in the movies, it's like her hair was flowing back, and she just did this thing, and that, and our eyes just kind of locked, and that was the good news. The bad news is, I'm here really sucking tonight. Thanks.
So, I told the story about Kevin Bacon. Yeah. Hey, some of you might know Kevin. He was good. He was real good. So, after a month or so after telling my story on here, I was recognized. I was recognized by somebody that comes here sometimes and knows, like, she listens to the stories, but she came up and she said, "Did you tell a story?" And this was in East Berlin, which to me is like, might as well be another state. And she said, "Did you tell a story?" And I lost my mind. I was like, "Oh my God." So from that story, since Jim started it at that point, let me go back a little bit. I had gone with my mother and another elderly woman to a garden store open house that ended up being crazy packed. And my mom is 89, and her friend is the same age. And we came in, and the place was packed. They had a DJ. They had a whole buffet table with sternos under the food things and serving wine. They had music and a DJ, and it was like, what is going on here? And there were no carts. So my mom's walking in with her friend. Neither one of them can really stand without their carts. So I needed a cart. So as I'm going over to where the checkout is to wait for carts to be given up, I passed by the wine table and grabbed a glass of wine, because you do that. And I knew I had a little time, because by the time they made it over to the door, I had some time. So, you know what, I don't have to say it. But yeah, so I'm waiting for a cart with my glass of wine, talking to people, la la la, and this woman, this lovely, wonderful person came up to me. I know you're over there somewhere because I heard you say something. So she came up to me and she said, "Didn't you do a story at the Story Slam?" And I went, "Oh my God!" And was so amazed at my 5 seconds of fame that I threw my wine in the air and completely coated her mother with wine. And it was, I hadn't drank much of it, so there was really a full glass of wine. And just completely, and just was horrified. So I went from being this, "Oh my God, you recognize me," to going, "Oh my gosh." I tried to wipe her down with whatever was around, and I had to go out and stand and wait with her mother while she drove the car around, and her mom was just soaked. So Jim was going to take my story away, and then you just dropped it and turned to a completely different, so I didn't even have to step up and interject.
We're glad you did.
And so now this is my second time telling a story, so my third one shouldn't have any connection with Kevin Bacon whatsoever. So thank you. There she is. You were hiding behind a pole? Thank you, and tell your mother again, I'm so sorry.